Right. What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, and I am currently going through some system checks, making sure that everything is in good order. So give me just a moment. Checking audio here as well. So hang in there with me. Work through all of these technical specs. It's blurry, so I want to make sure that what's coming across to you looks good visually. It's a wonderful day out here in South Mississippi. A little cool for me. I'm really not into cold weather, but at the same time, I am dressed for the occasion. Check a couple of things that we'll get into for the program. Sure. Big shout out to my man Jarrell Braswell. If in fact you are interested in getting locked in with Jarrell Braswell to have him come out and host an event, feature, headline, reach out to us so we can get you locked in with comedian Jarrell Braswell, one of the funniest men on the planet today. We can be reached at 808-225-9063. That's 808-225-9063. If in fact you want to book Jarrell for any type of event, if you have movie roles and you need a comedic actor that can transform what it is that you're wanting to do with your script and infuse a dynamic individual, because of course Jarrell has been featured in about 6 movies so far and steady climbing. Um, we can get Jarrell in your city. Right now he is currently on the road with Bubba Dub on the I Got Motion tour. So, like I said, we're filling his calendar up for 2026. And if in fact you want to lock in with comedian Jarrell Braswell. For your entertainment needs and purposes, give us a call, 808-225-9063. I do believe I have worked out a good bit of the kinks. I'm still trying to see why my video is blurry on my end. But either way it goes, let's get into it. What's good, beautiful people? It is your main man, Big G, and we are all the way live. I'm in your space and I'm in your face, and we are here with Industry Talk, another great episode of Industry Talk here on the Prime Time Network. Make sure that you subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Prime Time, and on YouTube, and of course across all social media platforms. We have a couple of announcements that I need to make before I get off this thing. I'm here for a short time today. We're not going to carry it for an extended period of time. I just got on to do some system checks and make sure that all of the equipment is functioning the way that it needs to function. So, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can drop it into the comment section. And of course, we are streaming across all platforms today. That is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I'm doing a simulcast today because we're about to go full throttle with Industry Talk and our regular sessions where we're kicking everything off for 2026 at the top of the year. So I want to make sure that all of the equipment is in good working order so that you can hear me, you can see me, you can damn near smell me as clear as the video should be coming through this Sony A7C. And like I said, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, give me a call. Give me a call. The top of the year, we will be dropping Unshaken. We're going to lock in with the date. I got to get with Keith to lock in with the date on when, in fact, he wants to do the official rollout of the book, Unshaken, The Life of Keith Wallace. I've been talking about it. I've been pushing small clips and snippets of what it is that's coming down the pipeline for the book, as well as gaining interest of those that want to participate in the journey. If in fact you want to become a member of our authors list, you can drop your email address in the timeline. You can go to Instagram and click the authors list link in my bio. Submit your name, your email address, and phone number, and you will be privy to behind the scenes footage of how we developed the entire book, the process that we went through to complete the book. And it was a very interesting process. Keith's story is a very interesting one, and of course we want you to participate in everything that we pulled together in this book. Now, of course, it's a phenomenal read because Keith's story in itself is a great story. I'm not saying that because I wrote the book. I'm saying that because Keith is a phenomenal individual, and he's gone through a lot of traumatic things in his life, starting out with being falsely accused of a crime that he didn't commit, and sentenced at the age of 15 to a 6-year sentence in a penitentiary, not a juvenile correctional facility, but he actually went and served time in a state facility. So you could just imagine what he has gone through as an individual, and fighting through that to come home and trying to make the adjustments. Inevitably, getting himself back into some trouble with an attempted murder charge, and having to sit down for that. And like I said, you beat the charge, but of course, he's gone through a great deal. And one of the pivotal moments in his life is that he lost both his mother and daughter on the same day. And upon receiving that information, you could just imagine how an individual would feel or could feel going through those types of events and circumstances. And of course, Keith made it through. He's still making it through. He's still struggling with everything that you could imagine one would go through in those types of situations and circumstances. But he has built himself up to the point to where he's one of the most prolific and profound artists in the hip-hop scene or rap scene today. So, like I say, if in fact you are interested in becoming a member of the authors list, you can go to my Instagram page, Jim's IT on Instagram, and hit the authors link and fill out the requested information, and we'll get you logged in. Also, if in fact you want to drop a comment or your email address, your name, email address, into the bio or the description or the comment section of this live, I will definitely reach out to you and get you linked up with the list. So there again, let me find something right quick so that I can make sure that I'm disseminating the right information out to the public. If you're interested in booking Keith, if you want to book Keith for motivational speaking, Q&A, concert, whatever the case may be, book signing, give us a call at 646-984-7804. That is 646-984-7804. That's 646-984-7804. And you can get all of the details that are necessary and required to get onto Keith's calendar to get him to your city. Regina will reach out to you within 24 to 48 hours to lock you in and discuss what it is that you need to know to make that happen. Moving right along, we have one of the hottest comedians present day in our camp, my man Jarrell Braswell, comedian Jarrell Braswell. If in fact you want to link up with Jarrell Braswell, first and foremost, make sure you go follow Jarrell on all social media platforms. You can link up with Jarrell on IG at the, depending on how you enunciate, THEJ Braswell. Okay, the real J Braswell on IG, and hit us up. Hit us on a DM, send us an email, give us a call, 808-225-9063 to get Jarrell in your city for hosting, features, headlining, collaborations for comedic skits, and he's also taking some time, if necessary, to work any types of movie scripts, readings. He's ready to go. So give us a call, 808-225-9063. That's 808-225-9063. One more again, that's 808-225-9063 to get Jarrell Braswell in your city. Now, I want to mention something right quick, because a lot of my friends who were sitting on the other side of the fence, or were Capella, were sitting on the opposite side of the river when it comes to who we follow in this football arena, in this world of football, professional football. The Eagles have clinched the division, the NFC East, and we will be once again putting ourselves into position to participate in the Super Bowl on Super Bowl Sunday in the Bay Area. Yes, I'm saying that. I said it at the beginning of the year. A lot of my counterparts didn't believe me. Of course, if you follow professional sports, you know how difficult it is to do what it is that the Eagles have done since the inception of the franchise. But there again, not boasting or bragging, I'm just saying that we have one of the elite programs, one of the elite franchises, one of the elite professional organizations in the NFL. And the Eagles are doing what Eagles do. We're flying high. We're soaring once again. So to all of my Cowboy counterparts that are out there, we eliminated the Washington Commanders, aka the Washington Redskins. It was a 2-for-1. We eliminated the Redskins and we bumped the Cowboys out of contention, all in one foul swoop. But I haven't heard from any of my friends. I haven't heard from Ben Butler, who supports the Washington Redskins. I haven't heard from my sister, who's a Cowboy fan. But none of you guys who have been talking smack to me the whole year, even kicking me when I was down, but that's okay. You see where we are now. So I have to extend those applications. I have some fan applications for bandwagon jumpers. Somebody, some of you guys need real teams to support throughout the course of this whole playoff run and making our way to the Super Bowl. You are more than welcome. Reality TV, ECEO, and my brother Stevie over there in Dallas. I haven't heard from any of you guys. Nobody. But I do have some fan applications that I am distributing. And you are more than welcome to fill them out. I can run them through the front office and see if, in fact, you will be accepted or rejected as it relates to becoming a true Eagles fan throughout the course, or throughout the rest of the season, as we march our way into Super Bowl greatness once again. Yes, we got to talk about it. We got to speak that thing into existence. So, big shout out to Eagle Nation. Great job in clinching the NFC East. Let's keep this thing rolling. I also need to talk about some of the things that we are going to be pushing real hard on going into the first quarter, 2026. My brother Ra Escobar's Emilio Sparks State Property have dropped Divine Intervention, which we will be releasing through Fury Records. And I'm excited about the opportunity to push this record because They've been putting some serious work into the whole process and making sure that it's hitting on all cylinders. So big shout out to the Raw and Emilio Sparks for doing such a tremendous job with the whole evolution of what you're doing with this record. Of course, we have some other records that will be dropping, but Divine Intervention is one that's going to touch you. It's going to touch you in a way that, you know, it makes you reflect on life. It makes you reflect on what it is that you're wanting to accomplish through your life, and even, you know, how you treat people. Divine Intervention. It's going down. We also have Gilly Blue and Keith Wallace on a collaboration that we are mixing and mastering right now, and we're getting that ready for release. So be on the lookout for that. Gilly Blue's been working real hard in the studio to make sure that work is a masterpiece as well. So we're looking forward to that here in the very, very near future. I don't want to say it's going to be in January, but it's definitely going to be in the first quarter. We're going to be dropping that release in that collaboration with Keith Wallace and Gilly Blue. Excuse me. So be on the lookout. Make sure you tap in with my girl XO Music. XO Music. She is a profound artist in the game today, coming out of Texas. A phenomenal lyricist, a phenomenal mind. So make sure you tap in with XO Music. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them in the comment line of either Facebook or IG. You can send me an email at client support, CLIENT support at gemsit.org, and I will get back with you as soon as possible, or even more so if we have time, we will respond to what it is that you're talking about on the live itself. So keep it rolling. Make sure you tap in with my girl Terry Cherry, House of Cherries, and she's got some great music that she's been working on and she's been distributing and pushing out, coming out of the Texas area. Great artist, phenomenal mind, and of course, you know, soulful singer, you know, rap artist. She does it all. Actress, you name it, model. She is the quintessential artist that you need on your Rolodex. If you need someone to come put on a great show, phenomenal show, make sure you tap in with Terry Cherry. We also have some new work that is coming out of the camp with Trulia Monroe out of Monroe, Louisiana. Make sure you tap in with True and check out what it is that she has going on. Top of the year, she has some new information and some new work that she'll be pushing out to the public as well. So be on the lookout for that. Azo Capone out of the Carolinas, D'Amore, Carolina, and Passport School out of the Carolinas, all brought to me by my brother Terry Allred. I want you guys to pay attention to those names. You will be seeing them in rotation with conversation, interviews, podcasts, you name it. You're going to see these guys being presented and represented on our platforms on a regular, consistent basis going into 2026 with all of the great works that they are providing as well. So that's Azo Capone, D'Amore, Carolina, and Passport Scoop. I had a conversation with BMF Wavy, and he's working on a few things. I need to clarify and double check, fact check before I really get to talking about it. But BMF Wavy, a really good friend and counterpart affiliate that that has been talking with me about some of the things that he's wanted to get accomplished going into the new year. So we want to make sure that we're representing our guys and our family in high fashion. So before I sit there and misrepresent or don't give you the correct information about what he's got coming down the pipeline, I want to talk with him first, but be on the lookout for BMF Wavy as well. Now, also, take some time and I need you to go subscribe to the following podcasts, entertainment platforms that we're linked up with present day. Our podcast affiliates, Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube. All you have to do is type in Boss Talk Podcast 101 into your Google browser or go to YouTube and type in Boss Talk Podcast 101 and we will show up. Make sure you lock in with the family. Boss Talk Podcast 101. And also be sure to download the app, Boss Talk 101.app on Google Store and the Play Store. Make sure it's on your PDA, your personal device. We want to make sure that you stay in touch with everything that we're bringing to you in high form and in entertainment fashion. From ECEO and reviews with OG Paru, the official Miss Jamaica and ECEO with their regular interviews and commentary, you name it, it's coming across the platform. And from what I would see and what I consider some of the hottest artists in the game today, from Ice Cube, Ice-T, Carlos Miller, Chico Bean, Bubba Dub, Big Gip, you name it. Some of the hottest names in the industry are sitting, across the desk with ECEO and the official Miss Jamaica and are giving you some phenomenal cultural insight about the industry and things that they've gone through along their journey in the hip-hop space, the entertainment space. And of course, it's not just entertainment news. We also touch global events, global news, world news, national news, anything that comes across the pipeline that the people want to hear about, it's there. Make sure you tap in with my man Ja Blaze on the Cloud Chronicles. He is the official podcast affiliate for Freeway Records. So if in fact you want to lock in with an interview, if you're an artist, you want to lock in with an interview and get in tune with everything that we push through the label, lock in with my man Ja Blaze and the Cloud Chronicles. Of course, we also have my main man Malachi, Coach Malachi, out of the Tampa Bay area with True Media Podcast. One of the hottest boxing platforms out there present day. I mean, Coach Malachi keeps it real, keeps it in your face, keeps it going, and make sure you lock in with Coach Malachi on True Media Podcast. Like I said, if in fact you have any questions, comments, and concerns, I'll be more than happy to assist you in linking up with all of these individuals. I have one more that I definitely need to let you know about. Hold on a second. One more. My man Don Juan out out of Kansas City, Don Juan Misery. He is the individual that officially and originally brought Tech Nine to the scene back in the day. So he's kicking off his podcast. I want to tell you the wrong name, but Don Juan also has a podcast that you need to pay attention to. That's a part of our affiliate network, and he's definitely a voice to be reckoned with when it comes to the who, what, when, where, why, and how to do things as it relates to being an artist, a mainstream artist in the world today. Big shout out to Dewan Demar, Benoit, Xavier Lewis, Renee Naylor, John Blaze, Fred Cook. Appreciate you guys joining the live. If in fact you're still there, you're not, I appreciate you guys tapping in. Brother Fred Cook is another artist that you all definitely need to pay attention to. OG Freaky the Pimp has dropped some awesome releases. Has an awesome video that you got to go pay attention to. Nobody. I can say that, you know, when it comes to Mississippi artists, OG Freaky the Pimp, aka Fred Cook, is one of the most consistent artists in the game today coming out of Mississippi. He's worked with, I would consider, every artist in the state of Mississippi that, you know, wanted to or would or can or could work with him. He's tied in with Bun B and UGK, that whole network, and of course out of Jackson, Smoke D. So he's worked with producers, artists, you name it. He's one of those guys that is a gateway and a conduit to true professionalism when it comes to the craft. So make sure you stay tapped in and locked in with OG Freaky the Pimp with all of the exciting things that he's got coming down the pipe for 2026. Like I said, he's keeping it moving. And I said I was going to be here for a long time today. I've exhausted about 30 plus minutes of conversation. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you a rundown real quick on where you need to be, where you need to go, and how you need to go about doing it. Make sure that you subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Prime Time. We're going to be in your space and in your face on a regular, consistent basis with industry talk these days. I've carved out some time, and you will also see the win for our regular programming if in fact you want to lock in on a particular day, because I go live anytime I pretty much feel like it to do, you know, up-to-date information and conversation. But I'm going to lock in a regular scheduled day where you can jump on this thing with me every day, maybe around 5 o'clock, maybe just one day, 5 o'clock. I'm still trying to figure out what it is or how I want to approach that. But we're going live at 5. We're going live at 5. I want to be in direct competition with your regular news broadcast station. So make sure you subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Prime Time. Link in with my man John Blaze in the Cloud Chronicles. My brother Coach Malachi with True Media Podcast, and my brother Don Juan out of KC. OG Freaky the Pimp, Culture Connections every Sunday. I want to say 8 o'clock. I don't want to give the wrong time. I want to say 8 o'clock on Sundays. Culture Connection is another great podcast that you need to tap into as well. So, Unshaken. Be on the lookout for when we drop the official date for the rollout of the book. We've been doing soft promotions leading up to that. If in fact you want to be a member of the authors list so you can get all the behind the scenes footage and information about what it is that we're doing with the book and the rollout, when it's coming, behind the scenes footage, video documentary footage of putting the book together, and conversations that I had with Keith to build the entire book in itself. Become a member of the authors list so you can have access to that information. You have to be a member of the authors list so that you can have access to that information, as well as get the early bird link so that you can do a pre-order or get that advanced copy of the book before it even touches the shelves and before we do the hard push out to the masses and to the public. Make sure that you lock in with us if in fact you want to get Keith to your city. If you want him there for motivational speaking, concerts, Q&A, book signing, whatever the case may be, give us a call at 646-984-7804. That's 646-984-7804. That's 646-984-7804. Regina will give you a call within 24 to 48 hours to make sure that you can get locked in on Keith's calendar. It's going to be hectic. It's going to be busy. It's a lot of traveling that's going to be taking place in 2026, and it's jumping off at the top of the new quarter, first quarter of 2026. It's going up like a circus tent. And speaking of a circus tent, if in fact you're looking for one of the hottest comedians, one of the hottest individuals when it comes to lighting up the stage and giving you that controversial commentary, giving you his raw, in-depth aspects of his life. You know, we just finished his comedy special, the Stanky Skin comedy special. Just big shout out to Jay Shine, who came in and helped us out with the camera work on that. Look, one of the funniest specials that you ever want to sit down and listen to. It's very intimate, it's very personal, yet we got it done. It's about putting in the work and getting the work done. And now we've been waiting for our copyright information to come in. The Library of Congress has sent us our official information and documentation about the Stanky Skin comedy special. So now we're proceeding and moving forward, and you'll start seeing clips, snippets, and information coming out about the special. And a lot of people may say, well, why would you go through all of that? Well, as a professional, that's what it is that we have to do. We have to make sure that our work is being protected. We want to make sure that Jarrell Braswell's jokes are being protected. His content, his creation is being protected. So that is one of the steps that we had to take to ensure that, we're pushing the information out to the public in the right way. So make sure you lock in with us. The Stanky Skin comedy special, Jarrell Braswell Stanky Skin comedy special, is well on its way. So be on the lookout for that. And if in fact you want to get Jarrell to one of your functions, to host, to feature, to headline, you want him for collaborations, for skits, comedic skits, or do a read for a movie that you have in mind, give us a call, 808-225-9063. That's 808-225-9063, and we will get Jarrell to your city. And I want to thank all of you for being phenomenal supporters of Industry Talk, for being there for the Primetime Network, for supporting Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101, Primetime, Freeway Records, the whole Freeway Network, Jim's IT Publishing, the Freeway Millionaires Club,